Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Another news story from the Amhara region, where a top Fano commander was killed. His death confirmed a few hours ago. Now, news about another Fano commander who has been injured reportedly. Secondly, how is the overall mood in the Amhara region within Fano? How is Wubante Abate's death going to impact on Fano's resistance movement? Will it demoralize Fano fighters or will it inspire more recruitment for Fano groups? How did he die? Was it a failure of the intelligence that Fano fighters are known for having a very effective intelligence collection network, but the death of Abate seems to be an intelligence failure, it seems. Firstly, viewers, another Fano commander has been injured in the Amhara region. We know that Wubante Abate's death has been confirmed, and everyone knows that Wubante Abate is a key. He was a key Fano commander, and he managed to make South Gondar a difficult territory for the Ethiopian National Defense Force. The man was killed on his home ground, you can say. A correction, people say that he's from South Gondar, not from Gondar city. And he died in South Gondar. So he fought in South Gondar. He organized a Fano group in South Gondar and he died in South Gondar. Another Fano commander has been injured. Again, the Fano commander is from South Gondar. It is being confirmed to us by uh, people close to Fano. Name is not being made public, so I think he is a second tier Fano commander, not a Fano fighter, not a top tier Fano commander. Like Wubante was top tier Fano commander. This Fano commander is tier 2, you can say, level 2 Fano commander, injured in the fighting. Trying to find the name of the commander and how grave, how serious is his injury. I'll update you in coming videos about this Fano commander. So one after the other, bad news for Fano groups in the Amhara region. Question, viewers, is that how is Wubante Abate's death going to impact on Fano resistance movement? Firstly, how is overall mood? Well, people are heartbroken. People who support Fano groups, they're heartbroken. Fano fighters themselves too, they say that this is their major loss. They have suffered a big loss today. So they are heartbroken. We cannot deny that. Why? Because obviously Wubante was a top Fano commander. Good from Gondar, fighting in Gondar. And within a short period of time, he managed to unite all Fano groups in South Gondar. Then he started coordinated operations with Gurjam Fano. That was the most important development because Gojam and Gondar, South Gondar Fano, were working in collaboration. They were carrying out attacks in Bahirdar. Bahida regional capital was becoming unsafe. That is why military decided to push. I told you, by the way, I told you 3 days ago that military had launched an operation to push Fano fighters away from Bahirdar. Military did not want Fano to enter Bahirdar again because when Fano fighters entered Bahirdar a few weeks ago, that made international headlines. Government felt embarrassed on international level. International media covered that Fano's entry to. That is why military decided to push Fano fighters away from Bahirdar. That is why operation was launched against Fano fighters to the east of Bahirdar in South Gondar. Meanwhile, Wubante Abate led Fano groups were pushing towards Bahirdar. They carried out an attack in Varata. They carried out an attack in Hamusat too. And I think it was Hamusat where the Fano commander Wubante Abate died in fighting. How is this death going to impact on Fano resistance movement? Well, the way he died, he is going to be remembered as a hero. Did not die fleeing. He was not hiding. He could have sent his fighters to Hamus. He was leading from the front. I personally think that Fano resistance movement has found another hero. We mostly hear about Sere Mekonnen, the chief of staff of Ethiopian National Defense Force, who founded to some extent and who strengthened Fano groups when he was the chief of staff of Ethiopian National Defense Force. He was killed in 2019, I think, when a failed coup attempt happened in Amhara region, and Ambachi Makanan, Amhara regional president, was also killed. Fano groups remember Sere Mekonnen as a father figure, as someone who worked for Amhara people and who laid down his life for Amhara people. I think Amhara resistance movement has found another hero, and that is Wubante Abate. He is now going to be the face of this Amhara resistance movement. Overall, as I said earlier, mood is somber, gloomy, people heartbroken. What will Fano groups do now? Will they intensify their struggle? Will they be demoralized? Too early to say. But as I said earlier, that Wubante Abate's memory is going to serve as motivation for Amhara youths. I don't think that killing of Wubante Abate is going to have a negative, weakening effect on Fano resistance movement. Rather, you could see more intensified attacks by Fano fighters, revenge attacks too. And the way Wubante died raises questions about Fano's internal intelligence network. I have been briefing you about Fano's effective intelligence collection network. Fano fighters have been capturing spies of Ethiopian National Defense Force. They captured 2 female spies. They showed them as female spies. One of them was killed. Then a few days ago, they showed another government spy who had managed to penetrate Fano groups. He had become a member of Fano groups, but he was identified and he was killed. Now, what is being said by Fano fighters is that a man who penetrated South Gondar Fano is responsible for the death of Wubante Abate. Failure of intelligence, obviously, it seems. And I think now we could see revenge attacks by Fano fighters, revenge attacks on top government officials, on regional level, on federal level. This death of the top Fano commander is going to lead to use of some new tactics by Fano fighters to assassinate top people in Amhara region and on federal level. So the fighting is set to go on. We cannot say that this death is going to strike a decisive blow and Fano resistance movement will come to an end. No, too early to say. But it's very interesting that uh, mostly high profile targets are uh, attacked in strikes, in drone strikes, or special operations are launched to capture, to kill high profile targets. But here, a man penetrated the Fano structure and killed the top Fano commander from South Kunda. Let's see how this death plays out. But Wubante Abate's death can go both ways. It could demoralize Fano groups, which is not very likely, by the way, or it could give a new force, new inspiration to Fano groups to intensify the struggle against the federal government and regional government. Thank you for watching.